It's fall time. I don't care what anybody says. It is in fact fall time. Is it 80 degrees outside? Most definitely. Am I still wearing a sweater? Yes, I am. Hey guys, for today's video, we are doing fall book recommendations and my fall TBR. I am so excited for this video because I feel like fall is just the perfect time to be reading. Fall and winter, especially during Christmas break. Ugh, it's just the best. Because, you know, reading during the summer is great, but I feel like during the summer, a person is just so busy being out and about. I have collected a list of books. Some I've read, some I haven't. So some of these descriptions might not be the best because if I haven't read the book, I can't really tell you what's going on, but I'm gonna do my best. For the first set of books, I'm gonna call this like the fall romance, beginning of school year type books, because these books are basically set in the beginning of the school year, which is basically the fall time, and that's why they're fall reads to me. Like fall football and rugby, like that's just beginning of the school year stuff, and the beginning of the school year, August, September, October, is fall. Okay, starting off strong, our first book is Binding 13. If you haven't heard of Binding 13, where have you been? I feel like everyone and their mother has read Binding 13, and it's so good. It is so good. I rated this book a 5 stars. This book is about Johnny and Shannon. Shannon is new at Tallman College. She had to move schools because of bad things that had happened in her past school. One of the first people that she meets is Johnny Kavanaugh. Johnny Kavanaugh is the star rugby player at Tallman College. In the story, the way Johnny and Shannon meet wasn't the best first impressions of Johnny, but he does try to make it up to her throughout the whole entire book. And throughout the book, they're basically slowly becoming friends and getting to know each other and finding things about each other and each other's past and what they're currently going through. I will definitely say that this is a slow burn. This is probably the slowest burn book I have ever read in my life, but it is so worth it. Like, I will recommend this to anybody, and I absolutely loved it. Also, did I tell you why this was a fall read? This is a fall read because it's set in the beginning of the school year during rugby season. I don't know when rugby season is, but it's in the beginning of the school year, so fall time. Next is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I love this book. If you guys saw my last video, it was doing book stuff. I talked about this book and how much I loved it, and I rated it a 5 stars. But this is a fall read because I feel like this is more of an August-September read because the first part of it is set in the summer, and it's like the summer going into the school year. So I feel like right now is the best time to read this book. People say that this is a brother's best friend romance, but I kind of hesitate on saying that it's a brother's best friend romance because I feel like it's kind of love triangle-y type going on. It's like a brother's best friend romance and a brother's teammates romance. It's about this girl named Ariana. Ariana has this friend group that it's her brother, her brother's best friend, her other brother's friend, and this other girl that's also her friend. That's just her friend group. And she's always been in love with Chase. Chase is her brother's best friend. And during the summer, they go to their summer house and some things happen. Some hearts get broken, if you will. And also at the summer house, she meets Noah. Noah is her brother's teammate for the upcoming school year. Actually, Noah is her brother's captain for the upcoming school year. I think they play football. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they play football. And Noah is just, he's Noah. If you know, you know. Noah is a nice guy. He just kind of tries to win her over, help her through her heartbreak, help her through whatever she's going through. And it's just such a cute book, and I recommend it to anybody because it's so good. It's such a good book. Next book is A Little Tempting by Kelsey Ray. This is a hockey romance, and this is about Dylan. This book is about Dylan and Reeves. Dylan is going into her first year of college hockey romance. So good, so nice. And this is a fall read to me because it's also set in the beginning of the school year, which is fall time. But Dylan is going into her first year of college, and she is going to the same college as her brother. And there she meets her brother's teammate, Reeves. They end up moving in right next to each other because all the hockey players kind of live in one house, in like a townhouse, and then she and her friends move right next to them. But because of some things happening, she ends up having to move in with her brother, which means she has to move in with all the hockey players, which means she has to move in with Reeves, and that just follows I feel like that's enough to be said. That's enough that has to be said. So it's like a brother's friends romance, a brother's teammate, and it's juicy, it's good. Kelsey Ray truly never misses. So that is all for the sports fall romances that I have going on. Now we're going into more October Halloween type reads. We have the Devil's Night series by Penelope Douglas. If you know, you know. This series is basically a Halloween series. It's completely centered around Halloween night, or is it the night before Halloween? I recommend you read this series in October around Halloween because that's just the best time to read it. But basically the series is about the 4 horsemen, and these are 4 college dudes or high school dudes. Are they considered? Can't really quote me on that, but basically every Halloween night, or every night before Halloween, I think it's a night before Halloween, every night before Halloween they would basically wreak havoc around their city, arson, they would commit crimes and all that, and they mostly got away with it until one night they didn't, and it just all unraveled into this series. The next book I do not have with me because I have not read it, and that is The Ex-Hex. This is a book that I have no idea what it's about, but the cover, 1, is cute, and 2, I know it's like a Halloween style book. So that's why it's in this video. Now we are going into more of my fall TBR. Most of my fall TBR isn't really fall books. It's just more fall vibes. Like, I feel like it's a good book for me to read in fall. The first book is In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. I think her name is Rebecca Searle. I don't really know how to say it. I'm sorry. But this book really caught my eye because it's basically about this girl. She has her life together. She has a home. She has a ring on her finger, a fiance, and her life is just going good. Her career is doing good. Life is lifing for her. And then one day she goes to bed with her fiance next to her, and she wakes up in the middle of the night. But when she wakes up, she notices she is not in her house. She is in a different house, in a different bed, with a different man next to her and a different ring on her finger. What? She finds out that she woke up 5 years in her future. Excuse me, what? Basically, she spends an hour in her future, and then she falls back asleep, wakes up back in the present. And when she wakes up in the present, she is freaked out, as one would be, and she just kind of tries to forget about everything that happened and kind of ignores it and goes back to her regular life. But then one night she goes out with her friends and she comes face to face with the man from her past. Yeah, the man that she woke up to 5 years in the future. And the thing that made me pick up this book the most is the fact that I was thinking about what I would do in that situation. Like, would you leave the man that you're with right now because you know you have no future with him? Or would you stay with him because your life is good as it is right now? Like, what would you do? And I personally have no clue what I would do. I want to see what she would do and see if I would do it too, basically. That's what mostly made me pick up this book. And this book, I'm pretty sure it's based in New York because that's Lady Liberty. New York is a fall state to me. Fall winter state because it's only hot like what, 3 months out of the year. So yeah, that's on my fall TBR. The next thing on my fall TBR is Fourth Wing. I know I'm late. Everybody has already read Fourth Wing, but look at the cover. The cover just gives fall, and I could not see me picking up this hunk of a book in the summer. So I feel like this is a fall winter read, and I don't know what this book is about. I know it's about dragons and flying dragons, fly or die. Okay. But yeah, I really want to read this in the fall. I have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame that have not been read, and they just give fall vibes to me. The next thing on my fall TBR is a photo finish by Elsie Silver. I don't know if this book is set in the fall, but again, the cover just gives me fall vibes. I mean, look at that tree. It must be in the fall, right? This is actually the old cover, not the new release cover, and I just kind of really want to read it now, because I feel like everybody's kind of reading it now. This is what I mean when I say that none of these are really set in fall. They just give me fall vibes. They might be set in fall, but it's just the vibe. Fall is a vibe. Another book that I don't have with me but is on my TBR is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. This has been all over my TikTok, all over my booktube. Everybody has been talking about it, and this is a book that is a fall book. So I really want to get it, like physically get the copy before I read it. I don't even know if it's on Kindle, so I don't know what I'm talking about. but it's such a cute book. Like, I just want to have it and I want to read it, but it's just so cute. Like, imagine you're home and it's just fall vibes outside with a pumpkin spice latte and you're reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It's so cute and I'm so excited for it. Another book that's on my TBR is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. I have put off reading this book for so long, it's not even funny. And it's because I know the ending already. I know it's a sad book, I know it's a sad ending, and I'm just not ready for that. But I also feel like it's fall vibes. Fall is just the time for sad books. Also, isn't her name Autumn? Yeah, Autumn and Finn. Like, please, Autumn and Finn, like, that's such fall vibe names. I don't know. Hopefully I get to it this fall. I don't know if I will, but we'll see. Oh, and before we end this video, I have one more book recommendation for you guys. Yes. Twilight is fall. Twilight is fall. Fall is Twilight. Twilight is one of my favorite movies of all time. Now, I am gonna say I have not read the book. I am so sorry. I'm recommending this book to you and I have not read it, but I do love the movie series and I do want to read the books at some point. I have the whole book series on my bookshelf and I just haven't read it, but it's such fall vibes. The opening scene, like, read the books and then watch the movies, and that's like a perfect fall week, month, I don't know. If you're gonna take any book from what I showed you today, this is the one. Twilight. And a lot of people are Twilight haters. I feel like you either have to be a book girly to really love it and understand it, or you just had to watch the movie when it first came out because it wasn't as cringe back then. It was just kind of iconic, you know? So that was all the books that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any fall recommendations for me, because I would love to hear them. I'm always looking for more recommendations, especially for the fall, because my TBR is 5 books long for the fall. So it's not that big and I want more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.